Please tell me it was recording this time. Oh, thank God it was. 25 minutes? What the fuck? I hope I'm in focus. I haven't used this camera in a while. And according to my camera, I'm like more than 2 stops of light underexposed. But on my camera, at least, I haven't imported this yet onto my computer. It looks fine. Like when it says it's not over or underexposed, it looks really, really overexposed. Like it is blindingly white. It is common sense that it looks overexposed. Now I may be slightly underexposed. Hell, I might even be slightly overexposed, like just, I don't know, depending on you, like where you draw the line. To me, this looks slightly underexposed. Actually, I really would prefer underexposed over overexposed because you keep the details. Though I believe for this camera, I don't remember because I stopped watching camera videos 3+ years ago. Overexposed was better for this camera, but I don't know. I'm not even using the picture profile S-Log3, which is good for color grading. Because I'm not color grading this, it's just me sitting in front of the camera talking. And with that in mind, I'm back on the Sony a7S Mark II, at least for this video, and I mean, like, you know, just here and there. I was going to make this on my phone because that's convenient, you know, I just kind of set it up, put the front-facing camera towards myself, and I can see myself. Now I could connect my camera to my phone and like see myself, but it's really bad because it's like a wireless thing and I can't really do anything. I can't like change the focus. Like I would have to reach my arm to try and pull focus, but I have my lens, which is a 24mm lens, connected full frame 4K. At I don't know, between 8 and 11, it's a manual lens. And the focus is at 1 meter, because I believe I'm 1 meter away. I haven't bothered to measure. I just always assume if my arm barely or actually reaches the camera lens, that I'm good. Even though I believe the measurement starts from the camera sensor, which is at the very base of the lens. My hand maybe passes the lens's body, like my middle finger passes by 10%, or if even that, I don't know. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? It's SoulSina11. I apologize for starting so technically on my camera, but I would use my camera so much more for these kinds of videos if I could see myself. I need to get like an external monitor, not like that, but like for my camera, like a small one, where it's connected via the HDMI so I can see myself. But given that I don't make YouTube videos all that often, and also since I'm going to be very busy for the next 6 months because of medical school applications and everything regarding that, I'm not going to be getting one of these screens, at least not in the next 6 months, maybe after that, but I don't know. I'm just very on and off with video making. So winter break is over. I'm back in school. It's week 1. I'm making this on Wednesday, January 9th. Yeah, I didn't know what day it was. I just know it was, or what the date was. I just know it was Wednesday. CES is occurring right now in Las Vegas, and I wanted to go, but because it's my first week of school, I can't go. I was gonna do vlogs, maybe next year. I mean, definitely next year. Since I don't have school next year, I'm a senior graduating this year, and I don't have medical school next year. I have it the year after, assuming I get in, because you know, you can always not get in, but I'm pretty confident I'll get in. I mean, my grades aren't spectacular, but everything else kind of is. I mean, my grades aren't terrible. They're just like medical school terrible. So I'm gonna wait and see. This past quarter, I did manage to get a 4.0 GPA, and the quarter before that, I also managed to get a 4.0 GPA. So my GPA is like on the rise. If I can just do that for this quarter and next quarter. Next quarter is little difficult, but like worst case, if I can secure like a 3.9 or 3.8 next quarter, and again, a 4.0 this quarter, I'm pretty sure I'm safe for medical school, assuming I write my essays well and I do my interviews well, if I even get to the interview stage and all that. So that's that. I apologize for not uploading videos over winter break. I was doing absolutely nothing but playing video games. I hung out with Keo a couple times since I haven't pretty much seen him since, well, I saw him once during fall quarter, in which we actually recorded an episode of SoulPod together, SoulPod episode 2, which like the next week when I had finals, I recorded SoulPod episode 3 on my own. The SoulPod episode 2 with Keo was about 40 minutes long, maybe 35 to 45 minutes, I don't remember. And SoulPod episode 3 was, I'm gonna give a real long estimate here, between 50 minutes to an hour, 20 minutes. I really don't know. Hell, it might be longer. I don't think it's longer, but it could be. And I have uploaded neither of those. I gotta get on that, and it wouldn't take that long to edit those, and I apologize for that delay. Keo, it's coming. I promise. I promise. I really hope I'm in focus, by the way. If I'm not, I am sorry. At least the video's in 4K. I can't see myself. I'm just hoping I'm in focus. I mean, the chair was in focus. And I'm at a F, what did I say? 8 or 11? 8. F8, like that shouldn't be that blurry, right? I mean, given that I'm approximately 1 meter away. It's not like I'm shooting at, by the way, it's not F8, it's T8. I forgot that. I forgot exactly what that means, but it's like almost the same thing. Someone's gonna be right in the comments, no, it's very different. And I'm like, I don't care right now. I'm not into video filmmaking. I was never into filmmaking. I mean, I loved having the equipment and whatnot. I mean, there's a bag right here with all my lenses, and I have like a good amount for someone who makes absolutely no videos. I have like 6 or 7 in there. And I never use it. And I'm like so fucking, like, such a facepalm thing for me to have all this and like barely use it. I mean, I don't even do my stupid skits with Eric and Justin anymore. Probably because we're like all doing our own thing. I mean, Eric is in Sacramento. Justin is dead, probably. I don't know. And I'm also dead. I'm not actually here. I'm not actually dead. I'm not here and I'm not dead. But yeah, my Photoshop trial expired. I gotta renew my operating system so I can re-download the trial and then somehow extend that trial without paying for it, because I don't want to pay for it. Or just I'm gonna end up paying for it. That's probably what's gonna end up happening eventually. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know. I'll deal with Photoshop later, but I need to do that for thumbnails. That's what I do with Photoshop. And maybe if Photoshop is like, you know, pay once on the iPad, that I'm definitely doing. You know, I don't want to do a stupid monthly thing. If I can pay for it once on the iPad, I definitely will, and I would love to just edit my thumbnails on my iPad, and then it would kind of be annoying having to like Dropbox or AirDrop it or email it or whatever back to, actually I probably wouldn't have to do that because I have iCloud. I could just transfer, like I could save the file on my iPad, on my iPad's iCloud, which would go to my computer, and then I can just upload the thumbnail there. Or I can maybe even do it from my iPad, I'm not sure, but I can't use the YouTube app. And if I can, I don't even know, because I just use the YouTube app on my iPad for media consumption, not media creation or media customization. I don't know. Maybe there's a creator, what is that thing called? Creators Center? The creator, that thing. The place where you edit your videos and like the descriptions and tags. Maybe there's that on the iPad where I don't have to use Safari or Google Chrome. But if not, I'll just do that. I mean, I'm sure that works too. I'm doing MCAT tutoring. I'm doing med school applications. I'm behind on making videos. I'm playing Dead Cells on the Nintendo Switch, which I like a lot. It's actually a very fun game. I don't think it's worth $25. I wish it was like 15. Then there's Hollow Knight, which I'm not very good at. I'm pretty good at Dead Cells already. I've picked up on that pretty quickly, and I do want to make some Dead Cells videos, at least when I get to 4 boss cells. I'm currently at 2 boss. These are difficulties. I'm at 2 boss cells. I'm waiting to get to 4, and then I'm gonna start recording that. But I probably won't record when I get there, not because I'm not gonna get there. I'm pretty confident I'm gonna get there. I probably won't be able to defeat that, but I'm gonna still try until I do that. And I don't get to play that much because I can't, because I'm busy. It's just a nice little relaxation. Hollow Knight I'm pretty bad at. I can't get past the first level because I'm so used to hit, roll from Dead Cells, not hit, retreat, which you can also do in Dead Cells. Dead Cells is such a fast-paced game. Hollow Knight is so slow. When you get hit, the game goes like mute. There's frame drop. I see frame drop. And I'm playing handheld, which I feel like handheld you shouldn't have a frame drop. I understand if you're playing on the TV, but like Hollow Knight isn't even a graphically intensive game. It looks really nice though, and the music is very nice. And some parts of the game are just silent, which is okay. But I hate the first level. I'm very bad at this first level. And I stopped playing after like maybe 30, 40 minutes because I was bored. I mean, that's probably me coming off of the excitement of Dead Cells where everything's fast-paced. I'm pretty far into the game and whatnot, but yeah. Which I got Dead Cells like less than a week ago, and I've just loved it. I'm like 10 hours, 15, maybe more, I don't know. Actually, I mean, I was on break, so I wasn't doing anything, so I was playing quite a bit of Dead Cells. I'm probably more than 20 hours into it. I don't think there's a thing I can check. I'm not gonna put the time up because I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna cut the beginning and the end and whoop! Magic. Yeah. New things. I can't think of anything. I have this new microphone. I got this gift of a microphone, the Rode NT USB microphone, which is actually better than my AT2020. So back when I turned 15 years old, I got the AT2020 microphone, which I've loved. When I turned 17, I got the AT4040. I was using that for a while, up until I believe 2 years ago, where I kind of stopped making YouTube videos. That thing was like super hard to set up because there was an XLR cable that split into like a double XLR thing, because if you only had one, at least the way I did everything on my own with that setup, and I'm pretty sure the setup could have been a lot better if I had a better cable. But if you just had the one XLR going in, you would have a mono input, and I wanted stereo. So my stereo, I believe, was just mono ×2, which that's not stereo, but it definitely sounded better, and that's about all that mattered to me. And I don't remember exactly what the difference between the AT2020 and the 4040 was, other than there's a lot of wires involved in setting up the AT4040. You also have to have it phantom powered, which I did with this thing. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's the Apogee Duet, or the Duet by Apogee, which I now use to power my Bayer Dynamic DT1990 Pro headphones, which I love these things. Too bad headphone jacks are disappearing on things, but I mean, I have this thing plugged in to the amp. I don't know what it's called. The Apogee thing. The Duet. Because I really don't ever use it otherwise. I mean, it's not like I use that to listen to music with my phone. I use that for mixing music on my computer, which has Logic Pro. Logic Studio Pro. No, it's just called Logic Pro. Forgot what it's called. Forgot the name of the program. and also sometimes to edit videos. I have a Red Dead Redemption 2 video coming out. Not a series, just a random compilation of funny moments. Funny. It's not funny. It's really not. Eventually I'll do Dead Cells. I already said that, my bad. Stardew Valley I got on the Switch, which means I will probably make a series on that. Maybe, probably not, because that game is really slow and I don't love that game. I like it and I can play it for a good bit, but I don't love that game. But it is one of those games that like I can actually play for quite a bit even though I don't love it. But I specifically don't love it because I know you can turn off the music. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, but the music is so nice in that game. Maybe you say that, maybe you don't. Maybe you also don't like it that much. But one, it's so repetitive. Two, I don't know why, but that music depresses me. It's kind of like Minecraft music, which I don't care what you say, but I fucking hate Minecraft music. Which is probably why I stopped playing the game, like more than anything. It's also, I couldn't build, which is part of like half of the game. You have to craft. I was good at mining. I mean, how can you not be? Like, you just dig down. Actually, don't do that. That's like the one thing you don't do. Never dig directly down. Dig this way, not this way. Hello? Yeah. And I really gotta get Photoshop so I can make my thumbnails and whatnot. And vlogs one of these days, I swear. I would vlog so much more if... Well, two things. One, if I could see I know this isn't really a vlog, this is an update or something, which I was... Did I say this? I keep forgetting what I've said because this is my second time doing this because the first time I did this, the memory card, the SD card got full. It's 64 gigabytes. How quickly could it get that full? It was probably, it already had some stuff on it. But I was gonna do this on my phone, but I was like, fuck it, let's just do this, it looks better. But if I could see myself, because I can't see myself, I know I've said that like 100,000 times, but also if I just didn't feel weird filming myself like in public, but I also don't do anything in public, like I go out, I eat, that's it, like, cool. I definitely would prefer like a smaller camera too. I mean, I love this thing. This thing isn't huge by any means, but I would prefer like the Sony RX100. Any of them. Like, I'm debating on getting the Mark V, but then there's the Mark VI, which is just as nice. But there's like some differences, like the Mark VI, the lens is 24 to 200, whereas the Mark V is 24 to 70 millimeter, or the equivalent. It's actually some other numbers, but it's like the equivalent of a 35 millimeter, 24 to 70 or 24 to 200. The aperture on the Mark V is like the lowest, it's 1.8, whereas it's 2.8 on the newer one. Higher is not better, but yeah, like there's that. I mean, that's like one of those things. And then the autofocus and the shooting. No, I think the autofocus is the same, or it's slightly better on the 6. And then like frames per second for like photography, the 6 is better. But honestly, how often am I going to use that? Like, I don't do photography that much. The main thing I like about the RX100, Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them, is that when you have the camera, you can flip up the screen so that you see, it's literally like a selfie camera in that regard, which to me, I just prefer it more for the sake that it's a cam, like it's more like a camcorder. I mean, it's in the form factor of a point and shoot, but since you see yourself that way, to me, that's like a camcorder, because the camcorders have the swivel screen, you swivel it out and then you can see yourself. But it's super small. The only thing keeping me back from getting it is, one, I mean, I'm definitely not gonna get it right now because I'm not gonna be vlogging right now because I'm literally gonna be doing nothing for the next 6 months, and nothing fun, I should say. This is gonna be a very torturous 6 months, but after that, we're good. And then two, oh, the price. It's relatively expensive. It's like $1,100, which I don't know if I was saying that this time or in my last recording, which you guys can't see, but I was saying that you could get this phone for pretty much $1,100-$1,200, which has a camera. It's not as good as the, it might be, I don't know. I really don't know. It might be better, it might be equal, it might be slightly worse, and if it's slightly worse, then that's pretty much the same, because slightly. But you get to make phone calls, you get to text, you get to watch YouTube videos, you get to play games, you get to make things on a calendar, you get to download other apps for other things. The smartphone in that price is better than a point and shoot at that price. But I might eventually get that. Like, I mean, it's a point and shoot, it's tiny, it's light, it's, I need to know the battery life, of course. And whether or not you can actually charge it with USB. If you can, that's great, because like I have 100 bajillion portable batteries. One of these days I'll make a video on my portable batteries and you guys are just gonna look at me and be like, why do you do this? Why do you have these? When, if you know me, you know I never run out of batteries. Like, sometimes I just won't charge at night. I'll always charge my phone at night, but I won't charge other things like my laptop or my Switch or my iPad, just so I could possibly use my batteries, but I still efficiently get through like 2 days without charging. I mean, my laptop I sometimes do have to charge. I always have wall plugs with me as well. My backpack is heavy because of how many batteries and wall plugs I have. That's why my backpack is heavy. It's insane. And it's a small backpack too. If I had a bigger backpack, I would carry so much more, and I really shouldn't. I'm actually happy I upgraded to a smaller backpack. That was nice. I think I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. I'll try and get those Breath of the Wild videos out eventually. They're ready, not all of them. I still have to edit some. There's a Red Dead video coming up, and one of these days Stardew, and way into the future, Skyrim Adventures, which will come after I build a PC. And Keo told me I should stream instead of just making videos. So after I upload a few videos, I'm gonna start streaming, maybe, because then I don't have to edit anything, which would be nice. I mean, I love editing, and I love commentating. I just hate, like, editing descriptions, putting tags. Thumbnails, I don't mind that much. Like, I don't love it. I don't hate it. Very neutral towards it, but I lean towards disliking making thumbnails. But I absolutely hate putting tags and descriptions and not getting any interaction on my videos. I mean, otherwise I would just make I would literally just record the videos and not edit anything. Even though I love editing, but I really wouldn't have a reason to edit at that point. But yeah, there was a time where there was some interaction, like very early on in my YouTube channel, but probably when I stopped making videos. That probably didn't help me keep my audience. I remember there was this guy way back who had a birthday. It was like, what, 6 years ago now? It was roughly 5.5 to 6 years ago, where he was like, it's my birthday, and I made a video saying happy birthday. I believe his name was Jacob. Jacob, if you're watching this, happy birthday. Happy birthday again. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was in April 2013. I could be totally wrong. Which I believe was also around the time of the Boston Marathon bombing, because I made a video on that. I think. Sounds familiar. But what did I know about it? I'm about equally as politically informed as I was back then as I am now. But I am politically ignorant, and I've always been politically ignorant. I just know this much more now than I did then, so I'm pretty much the same, but I don't care about what's happening in the world or in my own house. Thanks for watching, everybody. I mean, like, don't watch everybody. That's weird. But thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this outro got awkward, and I'm not helping by stating that.